Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nandini and I hope you're doing well. I'm good too. So today I have a very interesting story. Interesting, I think a liberating story. Post that you would feel very liberated, and I guess it's relatable to a lot of people. And if you have not faced it, somebody around you must have. So without any further ado, let's get started. So this story is about a 17, 18ish year old girl. She is in the park in the morning and she's just taking, rounds to be more fitter. And one thing that catches her attention was a black colored Labrador. Now she goes towards it and starts petting it to kind of, show her affection because apparently she also have a pet and she loves dogs specifically. Now as obviously she has, already caught the attention of the dog. Now she's going to the dog and, kind of patting it and loving it. And, why I'm saying her because I have a pet and apparently she's a female. So we kind of refer to her as her only. So what happens is the owner or the parent you can call asked this girl a question, and the question is very simple. Do you want to change something about yourself? Yeah. Now this girl says that this is little difficult to answer, but she thought that this is a very enlightening question. So she answered, not really, and she did not thought of any other answer. And then she said, and this person, the parent apparently said, "Are you sure about it that you don't want to change anything about yourself?" And she replied, now that this question came again, she thought something is fishy. She should run from there, or this is some hypnotizing thingy. And again at this point, the person said, "Okay, let me straight away ask you, not even your skin tone?" And that blew her mind. She was very confused that, oh, skin tone kahan se aaya beech mein? So when this person asked this question, she was very embarrassed. Obviously, at first place, anybody would be, because it was she was aware now he is directly targeting the skin tone. And yes, she was a tan skin girl. So now what happened? No, this person said, uh, okay, I'm a Ayurvedic doctor by profession, so like anybody would react, he's an aged man. So this girl also said, all right uncle, I'll see you tomorrow. And she patted the dog and she left. And obviously it stayed with her that why somebody would do that. Next day she came in again, and this uncle and the doggy met her again. And he again asked, are you still are not willing to change your skin tone? Obviously she was getting uncomfortable. So yeah, as you know that she was getting uncomfortable with this, but obviously she was not ready to kind of be very upfront about it, because that's the first time. I mean, apart from the family, a lot of people have said certain things, but the core family has never done anything this sort of. And even if people do, parents ask you to kind of ignore it, beta, it's not none of our concern and something like that. And everybody's, it's very obvious, yeah, what that 17-year would do. So she said, "Nahi, I don't think so. I need to change anything, but I think I'm very happy like the way I am, and I think it's high time that we kind of talk about it. We are in 2020 something, and I don't think so we are in the position to kind of even talk about it. That's I'm very happy with the tone that I have." But he said, it is going to be very problematic right now. So you're very young. What's your age? And she said, I'm 17, 18ish, something like that. So he said, now, right now, the nobody is telling it to you, but later, as you will be coming closer to marriage, it will be very problematic for you. And now that really was annoying for her. And what she did was, I think she kind of ignored it again and she went away. Now the other day, she was playing with few of her friends badminton, and this uncle, along with 14, 15 other men, a group of old men in the park, like every morning, everything that is more relatable, especially in Delhi. So what happened, this person shouted from there, beta kuch socha. And then he said, you're playing in the sun, now you will get even more tan. So I'm telling you, take my soap. I am an Ayurvedic doctor. I have this soap which will turn you into Katrina Kaif. So you should try this soap. And I think that girl now had all the limits. This uncle has crossed limits, because now it was in front of everyone. Even her friends were there. Even uncle was, having, were like with 17, 15, 17 people. So now what she had a badminton. She kept the badminton down. And when I say kept, and it was like a this thing, she, kind of bashed it on the floor, on the ground grass. And she said, uncle, I do not want to change anything about myself. I'm very happy with my skin tone. Please do not ask me ever this question again, because I will not be polite to you. And it was an utter silence. Her friends are like, yeah, chal, chal, chal. Uncles are like, ye dekho. And this man has the audacity to reply, देखो आजकल के बच्चे कहना मानते ही नहीं है. And it's like, what? So she was very upset, and she said that I'm absolutely happy with my skin color, and you cannot just stop me every day. I will not use your soap, और आप अपना सोप उनको दीजिए जिनको ज़रूरत है, मुझे बिल्कुल ज़रूरत नहीं है. And she said something, and but while she was turning back, there was one more uncle who said, अरे भाई साहब, आपको ये बात कहनी नहीं चाहिए थी. अब भगवान ने जिसको जैसा बनाया है वो वैसा ही होगा. I mean, what he wanted to say was, need not say this thing, because if God has created, if there is God or whosoever, the nature's creation, you can't change it. And this girl really turned back, but she was very angry to go and thank him. To defend him, he also said, I also have kidney stones ka medicine. Let anybody know if you have someone in the family and they are suffering from it. And she just gave him a look, and then post that, whenever he gave her any sort of smile, she did not reply, and he never came back to her. And guys, this 17, 18-year old girl is none other than your Nandini. So this story is my personal story. And from then, I think I have always celebrated the melanin of my skin. I have always been extremely comfortable. And also, trust me when I say this, I don't take jokes on my skin color now, ever. Like, I am in a new setup and people don't know me very clearly, right? Let's suppose people don't know what boundaries do you have. So ever that it crosses the line, like ever, somebody says, you need more torch because you're not visible, and I suddenly say, excuse me, mm-mm, you can't just joke about it. This is my identity, if you call it. And I'm not being proud about it, because it's just the skin tone. I want you to normalize it. I want everybody to normalize whatever is on the skin, right? The color of the skin, right? I'm talking about particularly. And see, I'm not talking that, if you are comfortable with it, I am not saying anything, but I have never been comfortable people making joke of it, because I do not see it as joke. Because back then in school, people have asked me, "Ki, you don't need black pen, right?" Because, and it doesn't make sense to me. Somebody, I so clearly remember, I was in eighth standard when somebody said, "You, I don't think need no, no, sorry, I'll just repeat the story." They said there's this serial coming on her, and I was like, oh wow, really? The serial ka naam is Kali. And I was like, what? And I never watched that serial. I don't know. And you know what? Apparently, it was on some mythological story of goddess. So, and I was so young to understand all this, and so young to defend myself. But today, I think the first thing I've done post that incident, that the uncle incident, that I celebrated my melanin to every extent. I wear all the colors, I do take care of my skin, but never to be fair. Never ever to be fair. And yeah, I think it's high time that we all celebrate whatever we have, in terms of whatever is given by the nature. Anything that I want to enhance, it's my choice. But I will never stand in front of the mirror and say, Ki, why I'm not like them? Why I do not have that? And there are days when you feel like just write it down. There are days when you feel like just look at yourself, man. You're such a beautiful person. And that's what I tell every day. And if one thing as a suggestion, as a confident person, I give to people is embracing, accepting. When you start accepting what you got, naturally by God, right? When you start accepting what you have, and you can put in more stylings to it, I'm not saying that. But the first thing is that you start embracing it. And you see, girl, and my handsome gentleman, what you bring into the table. So, yes, with this, I am signing out and I wish you all the very best and thank you for watching this video till the end. Bye bye.